I suppose if any of us know anything about Indian music, it is, you have to say that Ravi Shankar has been sort of our guru to American audiences with his frequent concerts and film scores and so on. An amazing musician, Ravi Shankar.
Mm-hmm.
this message from our local stations. This is Ravi Shankar. This is George Harrison. Before you came out, George was saying, I don't know if you could hear it back there because you were sitting in place, that people often think that there must be an intimate connection between Indian music and drugs, maybe because of the bizarre sound, and that to play that way, or to appreciate it at least, there should be a drug connection. He said that that's not
I'm sure you call him bizarre, Dick.
Yes, I object to that word bizarre.
Oh, not, I meant B-A-Z-A-A-R, the other, no, wait a minute, there's no way I can get out of this. To Western ears, the unusual sound might suggest some sort of chemical intoxication.
No, I don't think it doesn't suggest anything. It has been somehow established from the very beginning, and I'm not blaming George, but somehow because of him, the sitar became really popular among the young people and among many rock groups. And it was because of the association of those rock groups, you see. The kids took it for granted from the very beginning that, it's something like rock music.
Yeah.
See? And then there happened to be people like Timothy Leary and Allen Ginsberg, who somehow also established that Indian music is associated with drugs and things like that. So it all connected, and that's how it came. That's why you see in some of these films, when they show any scene with an orgy or some,
Pot party,
you hear this bizarre sound of sitar, which is bizarre because
to the Western ear.
Yeah, but that's really bizarre because the sound you hear is not the real sound of sitar. It's somehow, played badly, some low string sitar played electronic.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think you'd have to be you'd have to have an unusually clear mind to be able to do the 17 parts of the instrument that have to be you have to be thinking about all at once.
That's true. You see, that's why I request my listeners to be in a clear mind, because I like to put them, make them high.
Yourself?
With music. Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel rather cheated when they're already high.
What goes on at these raga classes of yours?
Well, you see, actually our music is taught from person to person, like from the guru teaches his disciple. It's a very personal thing. It's like...
Is it shishya, or what is the word for the student?
Shishya.
Shishya. Okay.
That's the Sanskrit.
There's the guru and the shishya.
Right. Okay. My God, you know that.
Wow. 2 words is really going fast.
So you see, that's a personal, but we are trying to also establish these classes and taught as much as possible in the modern manner.
But it was an actual guru only had one shishya probably at one time. Can you work with several at once because of the shortage of gurus?
Well, it can happen, but it's best when it is more personal, And it is very difficult to... It depends upon this shishya also, how serious he is, and whether he's learning it for just, not really very seriously.
Yeah.
But
we have a piece of film that is taken at one of the classes, and let's take a look at that, and then that'll give us a better idea of what goes on there.
now once more, Vande Gurudeva, Jaya Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Shri Gurudeva, Jaya Jaya Gurudeva. It is in praise of the Guru. Vande means not to hell, but hail, hail, H-A-I-L. Vande Gurudeva, Jaya Jaya Gurudeva, Vande Gurudeva, Jaya Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Shri Gurudeva, Jaya Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Shri Gurudeva, Jaya Jaya Gurudeva, Devi Saraswati, Devi Saraswati, Devi Saraswati, Mata Saraswati. Ni re ga pa ba ga re. Ni re ga pa ni re re ni. Ni re ga pa ni re re ni. Ni re ga pa ni re re ni. Re ni pa ga re ni pa. Re ni pa ga re ni pa. Ni re ga pa re. Ni re ga pa re. Ta 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 ding ta ta. 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2. It's so open and warm with these young people. They're so fresh, so much energy. But so many seem to be turning away from their roots. Here they have everything, and they want something else. They love our music, but they're in such a hurry. I would like to give them the right approach.
The second the film came on, Mr. Shankar said, "That's wrong." What did you mean?
No, this was not actually class. This was, George was also there in Aislinn Foundation, you know, big sir.
That was obviously not you with the student.
Sort of a semi-class, but not actually a class of sitar.
Yes, I misrepresented that. We'll be right back after this message from our local station. I should have mentioned that we got that piece of film from a long film called Raga, which does show you working with students, and George said it was really interesting to see the several sitarists trying to play the same piece, same passage, I suppose, over. Is Raga around now where anybody can see it?
Yes, it's just being it has been released today. World
I think as we sit here, in fact, today.
Yes.
It came. Yeah. Are you performing in the U.S. now, as well as teaching?
I have a few sitar concertos with the symphony orchestra. The next one is in Detroit, which will be on the 3rd, and one in Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo.
And on the 7th.
And on Friday, Carnegie Hall.
And Friday, I'm performing this Friday in Carnegie Hall. That is sitar recital.
How do we get George to perform again someday?
How do you mean?
You will.
Perform what?
Well, I mean, no, he's not going to. There's no time to.
Perform
You'll
what?
be appearing in public. Perform the act of music.
Oh, well, that's easy, you know.
Yeah. When you get everything arranged, would you ever consider?
If I ever get a minute free, I may just do that. I'm
Well,
too busy working.
Yeah. Really, what's keeping you too busy?
All this editing films and, you know, just since June, I've had really very little time. So we did that concert, then we did the mixing of the record, then we did the film, editing the film, and that's still going on now. Like this morning I was down there, just stuck in a room looking at bits of footage.
Everybody ends up editing film. Whatever else they started out as, they all end up editing film.
Yes.
Have you noticed that? One of those conversation stoppers. No, I haven't. But every time I call on someone, they're busy editing film. Yes. Gee, we didn't have time to see the Indian dance clip, which I wish we had seen. Come back sometime, and we'll take a look at that and talk about that some more. Does it ever bother you that the sitar, which is sort of, in a sense, sacred instrument, is carted around and appears in all sorts of commercial concerts?
It can, but sitar mainly is a classical instrument, just like the place of violin in the Western classical music. But it can be used for, it's played in semi-classical music as well as pop music in India, which is the film music.
But it would be bad taste, say, to play Turkey in the Straw on a sitar, I suppose. I saw you carrying it down the stairs, and you were carrying it so carefully. Do you live constantly in the fear of the terrible sound of a sitar dropping down a flight of stairs?
Yes, I have to carry it all the time like a baby. I have to buy a ticket all the time on the plane. And
you do? You carry it in the seat beside you on the
yes,
plane? And
always.
With a safety belt on it?
And always by the hostesses, they always ask what it is. So I always tell them it's a dead body, so they keep away.
We have a message. We'll be back. I know that neither of you likes to hustle things, so I'll just point out that the Bangladesh concert is on record, and so is your concerto with the record with Andre Previn, and Raga is also on. There is a soundtrack album. This time has really flown. Oh.
Hold on, let's see.
Okay, can you get a good shot of those?
Good shot, Raga. Don't
And
forget, at your record stores
After
now.
what you said about the Lennons, well, I
learn a lot of things from the Lennons.
I think. I wish we had more time. Good night.